Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Beth and today we are going to be playing my TBR board game Shrink the Shelf for November. Okay, long time no see. I accidentally kind of took a break in October. I had a vlog that I was filming, a reading vlog, and then I kind of got slumpy while doing it, but also I was creating / making my son's Halloween costume all month, and that took up a lot of my time. I just was not in the mood for an audiobook for whatever reason. Maybe I was trying to listen to the wrong ones. So here I will show you Graham's costume because it's fabulous. So here. He was Lightning McQueen, but he has this little car that we push him around in, and I made him a cardboard car to go over his car that we could then push him around in, and he had the best time. It was so fun, but obviously that took up a lot of my time this month. So I sort of scrapped the reading vlog because a lot of the time the problem with a reading vlog for me, and I'm hoping he's gotten a lot better about it, but Graham just always grabs the tripod, and so I don't read when he is awake, and then when he's napping I don't come all the way downstairs to get it. Anyways, you don't care about all this, but the moral of the story is I was filming a reading vlog. It was really cool. Unfortunately, I will do it next fall. And now I already have all the prep work for it done. So we'll just save it for next October. TBR wise this month, I read one book, I think, on the list. Where's my phone? You guys are going to be really excited because I read The Crimson Moth / Heartless Hunter. I finally read that one, but I think that's the only book I read on the whole list. Yes, we had Crimson Moth, Cartographers, Games God's Play, Stalking Jack the Ripper, Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, Only One Left, Nightingale, Hero of Ages. I read only The Crimson Moth. But I loved it and I gave it 5 stars. So, not great. Although I did read, I read 7 books in October. So it's just, and they were almost all, they were all ones I already owned. So I just didn't read the ones I put on the TBR. My hope is for today's game, I would like to only get 6 books because I would like to, after we've picked all of them, I want to show you, I want to just basically make a TBR and show you the books that I just currently am really excited about, because I don't get to do that a lot since this is how I do my TBR. And I redid my cart. If you did not know, I love Christmas. I am a October 31st at midnight, boom, it's Christmas. I mean, not full-blown Christmas, but I really love Christmas. It's probably concerning how much we love Christmas, but I mean, for context, the tree's already in here, but it's so cute. Look at it. I'm so excited. We got a tree for in here this year. I did not have a tree in the library space in the past, but I'm going to try to do some fun bookish ornaments for it. But regardless, I have a lot. I love Christmas and I have a lot of things I want to do for Christmas time, but also it is hard for me to juggle both making content and just enjoying Christmas. So I'm not going to make any promises or anything. I have in the past always reviewed Hallmark movies on my TikTok. I did not last year. I will probably bring that back this year because I want to watch a lot of them. I'm very curious. All that to say, I essentially took off the fall TBR off the cart and I revamped the cart with books that I truly just right now. When I redid the cart yesterday, these are the books I want to read right now for the most part. Some of them are ones that I just want to read before the end of the year or kind of in the winter time, but that's the plan. So what I'm hoping we can do is play the game, obviously make that TBR, and then we will probably do an additional little books I want to read, because there's also some releases that are must reads for me this month. So we're going to do it a little different. We're going to zhuzh it up. We're going to add some fun stuff. But let's go ahead and start playing, and I will see you guys when I'm on the floor with the books. Okay, I might have to change it, but I'm hoping to I only want 6 books this month, so I was thinking about rolling the 8 in one of these, but I did some practice rolls and I was off the board in 2 seconds. So we'll stick with the 6 and the 4 for right now. Let's pick our challenge cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, earn a point for every romance trope I read, max 3. Earn 2 points if I read a book recommended to me by a friend. And earn a point for every fantasy I read, max 3. This might be the easiest one ever for me to pick that we've had because I really, really want to read fantasy right now, so I am picking this one. Here's to hoping we could get just 6 books. Even 7 would be okay, but I really want 5 or 6. Okay, and we're starting off the bat with 5. 4, 5. Okay. Maybe that's a sign. Okay, a book with more than one person on the cover. All right, I've brought you down to the floor with me. I feel like the mic is really far away. Not sure how great that's gonna pick up. Anyways, revamped cart, here we are. And then there is still a lot of TBR options on this bookcase, specifically behind the cart. So that is what we're working with right now. The funniest part about that is that there's not a person on anything on the top row. And obviously, like in fantasy, that happens a lot. Like I'm probably gonna end up having to pick a romance, but it's just funny. I would love it if it would stop absolutely turning me bright white when I turn. Okay. Okay, blood marked. Blood marked is an option. Also the Night Circus. It's got 2 Kings of the Wild also. This is so funny to me because there's no like romance on the cart. So like looking at the back wall, this is one that I think I bought at the beginning of the year or the end of last year, and I really want to read it because it's like kind of like a funnier fantasy. But this is on my 24 books I want to read before the end of 2024, so I'm tempted to pick this one. I also feel like it's kind of a good fall-esque read, and despite what I said about Christmas time, it is still like fall. Like I'm not full Christmas yet. I also love Legendborn and was so excited when I saw the paperback copy of Bloodmarked. So I'm not sure. I think I might pick... Wow, the font is small.
Out if I get person.
Are you gonna pick my book? Okay, bye, Sleepy.
Graham, here he is.
Sorry, Graham and Jordan came home from the grocery store. But I don't know if you guys got to see how small this font is. That's crazy. Okay. I don't know if I've put this on a TBR. I do not know what they are doing up there. I don't know. I don't think I've put this on a TBR this year, but because it's in my 24 before the end of 2024, I really want to read this, and I just keep putting it off. So we're going to do The Night Circus. A 3. Y'all, I'm going to cry. 1, 2, 3. A BookTok rec. Okay, my initial thought for this one is honestly the games gods play, but it also could be, okay, so I could do the games gods play. That was a BookTok rec from my friend Maggie. Ironically, the Furyborn trilogy, also a book rec from my friend Maggie. And then The Will of the Many, that was where the first place I saw it. I will say all 3 of these are ones that I really want to read right now. I'm going to put the games gods play back up and say it's going to be between continuing Furyborn, I know this is upside down, and then The Will of the Many. This would be starting a series where only this book is out, which is like kind of nice, and then this would be the second book in a series of 3. So, a trilogy. I don't know why I said that so complicated. Okay, despite the fact that I want to read both of these, I'm going to do this one because this is one that I currently really want to read it, and I think if I read this one, I might be able to convince myself to just finish the trilogy, and I would feel really accomplished doing that. So, BookTok rec, we're going to do Kingsbane. Another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raven card. Okay. You head to the local library to get some books instead of purchasing more. Add a book that was recommended by a friend/librarian to your TBR. Ooh, okay. Oh my gosh. I forgot to do something before I did all of this. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I totally forgot that I wanted to include this with like my cart, but these are all the books I have on my Kindle right now, and I know they're like grouped kind of funny, but I kind of grouped them by genre, and then over here is like ones that I feel like are good for like my winter Christmas TBR. But I forgot I wanted to keep this so that I could also go through this and consider them, because I feel like so much of the time I don't think about the books that I have downloaded on my Kindle, and I have ARCs, Kindle Unlimited, and books that I've bought like during like sales where they were like $2 Kindle books. So I bought them. So anyways, I added that now. I had to go print it. Okay. The reason I thought of that is for this prompt because there's a book on my Kindle that my dad really wants me to read. And I know it says librarian or friend, but my dad's kind of my friend. But it's supposed to be like not an influencer. So I could do the Spellmonger series. This is the cover. My dad really liked it and he really wants me to read it. So there's that one. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here that was recommended to me by a friend. A lot of times that's how I download some books on my Kindle. Okay, I think the rest of them are just ones I found or arcs or other things. Okay. Looking on the cart. Oh, okay, I will say. Also, the 10,000 Doors of January was recommended to me by my friend Kristen. She gave me this book. So, oh, and The Nightingale was also, I know that was on my TBR last month, but The Nightingale was recommended to me by my friend Shannon. I'm pretty sure she gave me this copy as well. None of the top row, and then nothing on this row. It's between these and then the Spellmonger book. So let me look at Spellmonger. I don't even know what it's about. I'm just reading online that apparently people like hate the first few books, which is also the mentality that my dad is of. So it's just kind of funny. I don't think it's what I'm in the mood for. I think this was on my TBR last month, but I might do it again. I just feel like I really want to read a Kristen Hanna book. And the last one I read was really quick. So even though I put this one on my TBR last month, I might do it again. Let me look at 10,000 Doors of January. This is tough because reading the first page of this also sounds really good. This one is arguably shorter. I'm going to do the 10,000 Doors of January just because it's a little shorter, and my friend Kristen, I know, will just be so tickled if I read this. So I can finally send her back her book. I've had this literally for so long. So we'll do that one for recommended by a friend. So we're up to 3, and we are on the second row. Should I swap out the 4 for the 8? Let's see what we get. A 4. Okay. We're gonna swap the 4 for the 8 and see what we get, because I really do not want a gajillion books. Okay, an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Title specific. A book that doesn't have the letter A in any of the words. Ooh, okay. I've had this prompt before, and it is so difficult to find a title that doesn't have the letter A in it. Well, at least I said that. I know there's one time that I said that, and then there was like a ton of books on my shelf that had it without the A. So we'll see. Can't do this one. Can't do this one. Okay. First one I've seen. Onyx and Ivory. Wait, is the third? I don't think it has an A. This is exciting. Okay, the 13th Child is also an option. Could do Frostblood. Okay. This Woven Kingdom. We have a lot of options so far. Kings of the Wild again. Down comes the Night. Okay, let me whittle this down a little bit. I'll put Frostblood back. Binding 13. I pulled way too many options. I won't lie to you, I have been thinking about this a lot, so this is a very big contender, Binding 13. I would love to read this, but I think I would rather read Binding 13 more, so I'm going to kind of keep going down the line like that. Okay, I also have been thinking a lot about this one, This Woven Kingdom, so I'm going to put it there. It's up there. Same with the 13th Child. I've had this book for so long and I won't read it, and I don't know why, but the other ones I want to read more. This is the problem. Okay, so we'll put this one back. I'm not even going to look at my Kindle. Well, I guess maybe I should. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything really jumping out at us from our Kindle paper. I'm just going to... I'll look at the romance ones. Oh, there's the rom-commers. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. There's a lot of options here, actually. Behind the Net. The Wedding Witch, the new Aaron Sterling book. The Ministry of Time. Rebel Witch, the sequel to Heartless Hunter. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see my paper. Here you go. Here's my paper for you. Quicksilver. The Witch Collector. There are a lot of options here. We have a lot of options. I'm going to look. Here's the problem. I have been thinking a lot about these two. I just want to read this one, period, because I love Aaron A. Craig. But I've had this one literally, I think, since it came out. But I have been thinking about Binding 13. And looking at our stack, we have Night Circus, Kingsbane, and 10,000 Doors of January. So maybe it's time. We're going to put Binding 13 on the TBR. That makes me so nervous. A 3. You have to be kidding me. 1, 2, 3. We are not going to get 6 books, everybody. A fairy tale retelling. At the present moment, literally the only one I can think of is Bloodmarked, because they're a King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, so this is an option. And then I also thought of Never by Jessa Hastings, because it's Peter Pan, but I'm going to either have to Google... I'm gonna have to either Google or look, and let's look at the shelves. I don't know if it's a fairy tale, but Kingdom of the Sweets is technically a Nutcracker one. Are there any on the Kindle? We have the Kindle paper. I am not seeing them. Let me look at Never. As far as I know, these are my only options. I did buy this last Christmas. I think I am surprisingly leaning toward Never, although this really, I started reading the first page and I was like, dang. I knew this series was good, but I forgot how good it was. Nope, you know what, let's do Bloodmarked. No, I lied. We'll do Never. That was my welcome to the inside of my brain. Ooh, okay, a 10. Much progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another mystery. This is fun. We never get the mystery prompts. A book with a competition. Ooh, so many good ones for this, I feel like. I feel like there are 8,000 books with competitions in them, so I don't feel like this should be this hard. Which means, of course, it will be very hard for me to find. I feel like Games Gods Play definitely has this. Okay, so this one definitely has a competition. Oh, I want to read this so badly. I'm going to do a quick TikTok search. After some TikTok research, I thought so. Red Rising is an option. It is upstairs on my husband's nightstand. And where did it go? This, I forgot that the first book is a competition, so I don't know if this would technically count. It is. Ooh, okay. This would also be finishing. Ooh, okay. I loved this first book. I've seen people say that the second one is not very good, unfortunately. But I loved the first book. It's one of my favorites, like, ever. And the fact that I haven't read the second one is wildly upsetting. So I'd love to read this. That way I could know my stance on if I would super recommend this duology. So I'm going to do All of Our Demise, although I really would have loved to read Red Rising or The Games Gods Play. Both of those are pretty high up on my list. I would love to just get one more. We're not going to. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna have ginormous books again. Highest amount of ratings. Ooh, okay. Highest amount of ratings. Let's go to Goodreads. Okay. The top one is technically The Song of Achilles. But if we're going off of the cart, the very next one is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Song of Achilles has 1,646,676 ratings, and The Nightingale has 1,553,808 ratings. Is it cheating if I pick The Nightingale because it's on the cart? The Song of Achilles was just not on the forefront of my mind right now. I know that is going to hurt many of you that I'm not choosing it, despite the fact that it is technically number one, but this one's the number one on the cart. They were only separate by like 100,000 ratings. I'm sorry, I'll read it eventually. I promise. Nightingale. Whoops. A 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another title specific book that starts with a random letter. And our last pick is going to be a random letter generator. Nope, not random word. Okay, give me a random letter wheel. Here you are. Oh, I hit spin on the first try. That never happens. What letter? Last time I did this, I got Q. If I get Q again, it's rigged. S. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of books that start with S. Immediately sees none. In the past, I think I've not counted the word the. I also have counted the, so. Okay, I could do Savor It by Tara DeWitt. It's on my Kindle. There's also The Silent Patient, Snowed Under, Same Time Next Year. It's a novella, so that one could be a smart one to throw in there. Shadow of the Gods. Ooh, Spark of the Everflame. And Songbird and Heart of Stone. Is there anything over here? Okay, I think we're gonna do a Kindle one. What kind of books do we have? I could do Savor It. I could do Same Time Next Year. I'm not feeling snowed in. Although Same Time Next Year is like a New Year's Eve one, so I don't know if I really want to pick that one either. Savor It had such good recommendations, and I have an advanced copy of it that I just, of course didn't read. But I also really want to read Spark of the Everflame. Am I starting any new series this month? I'm not. Okay. It's either Spark of the Everflame or Savor It. Let me look on my Kindle really quick and I'll decide. I don't even need to look at Savor It to know that I just want to read Spark of the Everflame. So I'm going to do that one. And then, unless somehow I roll a 2, we will be free. I really thought I was going to roll a 2, but we're free. 1, 2. Yay. Okay, wow. We have quite a stack, plus Spark of the Everflame. I'm going to go eat my lunch, and then I will be back. Let's recap the picks, and then we'll go through the other books that I wanted to talk about. So, we have Book with More Than One Person on the cover, Booktok Rec, Kingsbane. Oh, I didn't even say Night Circus, but you saw it. Book recommended to me by a friend, 10,000 Doors of January. Book without the letter A in any of the words. Binding 13. Fairy tale retelling, Never. Book with a competition, All of Our Demise. Highest amount of ratings, The Nightingale. And random letter generator was S, and Spark of the Everflame. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 books on this month's TBR. I would love to get at least 4 done. Now, like I said, I have a lot of books that I haven't stopped thinking about lately. And so I wanted to talk about those really quick. I will say, of the ones on the TBR, these are 3 of the ones that were on my just general want to read list for November. Kingsbane, Binding 13, and All of Our Demise. So I'm glad that they found their way onto the Shrink the Shelf TBR. Because that would be continuing a series and finishing a series if I could read 2 of those. Obviously starting a new one, reading Binding 13, but we won't talk about that. Some other ones that are on my radar for this month. The only one left, because I'm starting an in-person book club where I live this month, and this is the book that the group picked for November, so I will be reading this before November 21st. And I so desperately want to read Fear the Flames. This is very near the top of my list right now. I may end up picking this up today, truthfully, but I really want to read it, and I do love the foiling on this. Been on my mind a lot is The Will of the Many. I think it's because despite it being so large and higher fantasy, the fact that this is the only one out makes me feel like it's not a huge commitment right now. If I read this is the only one to read right now. But I really wanted to read this one. This is something I really want to read before the end of 2024. So I've just been thinking about it a lot. I would love to read this. And then I really actually want to read The Hero of Ages. So I'm hoping I can read this. I have to finish the Mistborn trilogy before the end of the year. So really want to read this. Also, hang on. I made a note in my phone when I was thinking of books the other day. I also just really want to read a hockey romance right now. I don't have any that are like at the front of my mind jumping out at me that I want to read. So if you have any hockey romance books you want to recommend, I would love that. I've read all the Elle Kennedy hockey romance books, and I have read, what is that other one? The Vancouver Wolves hockey romance books. I've read those too. So if you have a hockey romance series you want to recommend, I would love that. I have an advanced copy of Rebel Witch, which is the sequel to Heartless Hunter, which I just read and gave 5 stars. So I would love to read Rebel Witch. I also have the most recent Trial of the Sun Queen book release, and then the one that's coming out this month, both of them. I think it's like Tale of the Sun King, what is it? Fate of the Sun King, and then Tale of the Heart Queen. And I have both of those, and I would really like to read those. And then the last one that I've been thinking about a lot lately is the Murderbot series. I would love to. Now, there are 3 releases that are going to be instant buys, hopefully instant reads for me. At least 2 of them I know I will instant read. And that is on November 5th, Where the Library Hides and Lost and Lassoed come out. And both of them I love the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions. So I will be going to Barnes & Noble on Tuesday to get those. And then The Courting of Bristol Keats comes out on November 12th. And Dance of Thieves is like one of my all-time favorite fantasy duologies ever. I love it. And this is by Mary Pearson, the same author as that. And so I have to get it and I have to read it immediately because I love Dance of Thieves. I think that's all the books that I've been like thinking about lately. I don't have any romances I'm dying to read, but I am just, this curl is like really curly. Sorry, I just caught a glimpse of it. But I really would love some sort of romance to read right now. I don't want to read anything that's like overly summery, and I think that's the problem. I feel like so many romance books I either have like Christmas rom-coms or like summery ones or like witchy ones, and I don't really want to read the witchy ones now, and I definitely don't want to read the summer ones, and I feel like it's too early for me for Christmas rom-coms. So I'm like in this place where I'm like, I don't have any rom-coms I really want to read. So I will definitely probably read Lost and Lassoed for sure when it comes out. And I just would love to read some hockey romance books. I don't know what it is about hockey romance, but I really love them. So I'm hoping I can find one. I don't know. I know there's a lot out there. I don't know what will really fill that void for me. Anyways, that is it for this November Shrink the Shelf TBR. If I had to say right now what books I think I would read, if I was a betting person, I would bet I will read these 2 and probably Night Circus. And I wish I would read all of Our Demise. I wish I would read all of them, but I just don't foresee myself being that talented. Also, we're going to be gone for like the entire last week and a half of November. So if I don't read these before then, I do not think they can fit in my suitcase for the flight home for Thanksgiving. So we'll see how that goes. And hopefully I have some more videos coming out this month. I'm not sure. Like I said, busy, crazy time of year. Eventually the library will be I'm being a bit of a perfectionist with the library, and so I haven't posted the library setup vlog because it's not complete, and so I'm being way too picky about it, and I don't want to post it if it's not like perfect, and I should just go ahead and film the last little bit and post it. But so hopefully I'll do that in November. I do not want that not up by November, and I don't want to have not uploaded that before December. So I would like to have it up sometime this month. And let me know if there's any Christmassy vlogs, videos, anything that you really are itching to see. I have lots of ideas. I think I'm going to do a bookish gift guide and put that out kind of soon because I like to have my list out early. Don't know about you guys. Yeah. So, sorry. Such a long outro. Anyways, great time hanging out with you guys. Hopefully we read some more books off the TBR this month, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.